The Night Witches is about this group of fighter pilots in World War II in the USSR. It was a regiment of all women. They would bomb the Nazi camps at night, and the point was mainly just to keep them awake at night, to be a nuisance and to destroy supplies. So our play is about 15 specific Night Witches, and it's based on a specific night. They meet challenges they weren't expecting. We're putting the play on Zoom. We have sort of finagled all the Zoom settings so everybody's sound is as fixed up as it can be. We're working on getting high-tech mics and some backdrops so you don't see our beds and desks and whatever in the background.
My name is Kira and I play Zoya in the Night Witches, and here's my setup. So walk in the bedroom, we got this guy right here. This is a beautiful ring light. I set my laptop up right here.
A milk crate, 2 math textbooks, a Harry Potter book.
So I have my kitchen chair on my bed.
A black sheet for my backdrop.
Go Night Witches.
It's definitely raw magic theater making. I'm the dramaturg for the show on top of playing Nina. And so that's a lot of doing background research to make sure that we're being historically accurate. The planes is a big part of it. They flew PO2s, which are what the Army would use to train pilots, and they're made out of wood and canvas. They're very lightweight with the weight of the bombs. They weren't allowed to have parachutes or real equipment. It was pen and paper navigating and maps. We had a pilot who is a Westminster alum come in and give us some flight training. We figured out sort of where the controls would be and how you would take off and land the plane, some body movements of general evasive maneuvers that you would use if you were trying to outfly an enemy plane.
So for flying, you need a yoke and a throttle. Our yokes are a poster container and a piece of a vacuum machine. Basically, you just hold your yoke right in front of you and you imagine your throttle is to your right and you fly.
Embroidery is scripted into the play. They would make these embroidery pieces that they would gift to each other. And the embroidery itself has a really interesting history in Russian history. All of the women in villages would get together and they would complete this one-day embroidery project, and if they completed it in one day, that would protect their village from whatever was happening. And so this tradition sort of continues, and that's part of where this comes from with the Night Witches, where it's a way of protecting each other. And so as a cast bonding thing, we all got our own embroidery kits. We all have them at home and are learning how to embroider. You feel a connection to your character because this is what they did when they're waiting and they're afraid and they're biding their time and they don't know what's going to happen. They would embroider. That process of creating it is so similar in an odd way to creating theater. It's complicated and it's messy and things often don't turn out the way you think they're going to turn out. Those threads that are individual people bringing in what they want to bring in as opposed to what one person plans ahead of time, but everybody bringing in a little bit of themselves makes it what it is. This time has really opened my eyes to what the theater is and what it has the possibility to become. There has been a sort of amazing coming together of theater people during this time who have decided to persevere through seemingly insurmountable challenges and create a new way of looking at this art form that keeps everybody safe but is still creating together and collaborating, and we're having to rediscover it all over again.
Yes, for the witches in the clouds.
There's huge parallels to Alone in the Plane and Alone in the Zoom. The reason they made it through was because they formed these bonds with each other. Even though we're all isolated on Zoom, it still is this amazing part of my day. I still get to see these amazing other artists and women who I'm not getting to see. And so there is still this bond that's helping us get through it.
To me, The Night Witches is about sisterhood, girl power,
Community.
Teamwork.
Contributing to something bigger than yourself.
Sacrifice.
Resilience. The story about bravery.
Fighting for what you know is right.
Fighting for the future and for the people you love.
To me, The Night Witches is all about friendship.
Trust in yourself and in your community.
Pride.
Purpose and camaraderie.
Family.
Women joining together, doing what they need to do and kicking some butt.
And for the future of theater, I hope to see representation.
The Night Witches starts live streaming on October 23rd, so come and join us. It's gonna be a lot of fun.